Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at Firestorm from the Justice League Action line of figures from Mattel. We'll take a look at the back here. This guy's part of the second wave. The first wave, of course, being Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Joker, which I previously reviewed all those figures. Second wave consists of Firestorm, Green Arrow, which I previously reviewed, Lex Luthor, which I previously reviewed, and then this, I guess, new version of Batman. I don't know. I decided to pass on him. I haven't seen him in a store yet. And I don't know. I don't need another version of Batman. I'm interested in new characters. So when I saw Firestorm, I was like, oh yeah, gotta have Firestorm. I like Firestorm, and I feel like he doesn't get a ton of representation, usually in lines of figures. Obviously, you know, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, they're always going to be the first ones out. Green Lantern, Flash, those guys. We haven't even seen them yet, so kind of interested that they went with Firestorm before all the rest of those, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Especially with his exposure, I feel like, from the CW shows. This character is getting a lot more, I mean, I keep using the word exposure, but just kind of, you know, following. He's becoming more of a fan favorite, so I like that. I appreciate that. I just found this guy at Toys R Us. I know I said in a previous video that I personally can only find these at Toys R Us, but I've seen other people see them at Walmart's. My friend Brian, shout out to Brian, aka Collector Shuki. I saw he did a video recently where he was at Walmart and they had these. So that's cool. I'm glad that other places are finally starting to pick these up. I kind of hope this line takes off because it's been, at least in my opinion, it's been kind of slow moving. I didn't even know if we would get a second wave because I didn't know if the first wave did well enough. I'm glad it did. You know, I always thought Mattel did a pretty decent job with the Justice League figures back in the day. So I like this size class. You know, you get that kind of 4.5, 5-inch size class, which I think works really well for superhero figures. Yeah, they also have like the 6, and everything's 6-inch now. You know, you got Star Wars Black Series and Marvel Legends, and you have Power Rangers is getting into it now too with the Legacy line. So everything's kind of 6.5 inch, but I don't know, something just fun about 5-inch figures. Easier to collect, far less expensive. So in any case, I've been rambling. Let's get Firestorm out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here's Firestorm out of the packaging, and I think he looks great. I think they did a really nice job with this. I love the flame effect on his head. It's kind of a translucent plastic. I like that a lot. His head is on a ball joint, so side to side, a little bit of up and down, but mostly just side to side. Shoulders are hindered a little bit because of his kind of shoulder pads here, but you can go all the way around and then just a little bit up and down. You have 90 degrees in the elbow, and then also that can swivel around. Nothing in the wrist. Do we have anything in? Yeah, we have a movement. It's weird. It only moves this way for some reason. I'm sure it can. There it goes. Okay, so we do have full movement back and forth in the waist. You can kick front as well as out to the side for the hip joint, and then 90 degrees in the knee, and that can also spin as well. It's kind of weird because he has his kneecap, which is stationary, and then the joint is underneath that, or behind it rather. But it still works. And then nothing in the ankle. But I really like the design of the boots. I think they look pretty cool. And I think they did a great job again with the face sculpt and the head sculpt. And I like the design on the chest. Just overall, I think he looks pretty good. He's got the connection port on his back. And that will bring us to his weapon. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. I assume it has some kind of significance maybe in the show. I'm not really sure, but here's a little missile. You just load that in, and then it's just kind of a flick fire. It doesn't really work that well. These flick fires are kind of hit or miss in my opinion. I guess maybe if you kind of push like this, maybe put your 2 fingers on the sides of these two. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like because of how it's open, and the way I push it, it just kind of ends up falling this way. So, I don't know. Not the best as far as flick fires go. But if you want them to just kind of hold it and pretend it fires these, you know, just use your imagination that it shoots fire bombs. You could certainly do that. He holds it well enough. And also, I'm assuming this fits on his back via the connection port. So there you go. I'm sure you could probably also connect it to one of the vehicles if you wanted something like that. It almost makes it look like it's a jetpack, but it's my understanding that Firestorm can fly on his own. Doesn't need a jetpack. But again, it's all up to you. So yeah, I don't really think the weapon is that great, but I do like the figure. I think they did a great job with the design of the figure. Color scheme looks great. I love the design on the kind of gloves and boots and the chest and everything, and I love the flame effect on his head. I think they did that pretty well, and I think the face is painted pretty nicely. So yeah, I like it a lot. I found this again at Toys R Us for, I believe, $7.99. So fairly reasonably priced. Here is Green Lantern that I reviewed previously. And these guys look great together because their colors are so different. Very vibrant. And then here's Lex Luthor. Why won't you stand? Stand up, Green Arrow. So yeah, I think it's a fun line of figures because they're relatively inexpensive. And I think they look pretty good. I mean, for $7.99 a piece, the accessories they come with, the amount of paint they have, the detailing and everything, I'm pretty happy with them, I have to say. I've enjoyed this line so far. I don't know how much longer it'll continue. I guess it really depends on how the sales take off and everything like that. But, I mean, if they keep coming out, I'll keep picking them up because it's a nice, cheap way to get some fun representations of some DC comic characters here. And, yeah, I haven't been disappointed yet. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share the video and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Firestorm, the 4.5-inch figure from Mattel as part of the Justice League Action series. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.